Well, cover is basically plant biomass. And so if you think about a golf course, people can relate to golf courses pretty well. You think about the greens of the golf course. Unfortunately, we've all driven across parts of the country where we see cattle out in pastures, and it kind of looks like a golf course. And you can imagine that that's not providing a whole lot of habitat for birds. You might see a bird out there feeding in the dirt, but there's not a lot of cover for very many species, especially those that are really obligate prairie species that really have to have some biomass in order to build their nests. So think of the greens as sort of the not so desirable. That's not what we're after. As you get out of the fairway, you get a little bit more rough, or you get a little thicker grass. You know, that starts to become better for things like grasshopper sparrows and eastern meadowlarks and things. They can get by on a little bit of grass, especially if you've got clumps here and there, and there's a little bit of diversity and patches here and there. But then there's other species like Henslow's sparrow and bobolink that they've got to have tall grass. They've got to have the rough sides of the fairway, that stuff that's allowed to get thick, where you're going to lose your golf ball. That's the kind of thing these birds need to have, and that's actually the type of nesting cover that a lot of these species need. Because if you're laying eggs on the ground, and you've got every night of the summertime, you've got foxes and coyotes and possums and skunks and all sorts of other predators scouring the landscape looking for eggs and young and various other things, you better be pretty well hidden, and you're not going to last long if you're out on a place like the green, okay? Yeah, so I would say a good way to think about it is if you threw a soccer ball out into a patch of grass and you could no longer see the soccer ball, that's really good cover. Like if you're a quail or a prairie chicken, that's good cover. You might actually find a nest out in there if you really looked hard, because that's the kind of stuff they need.